What is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. Let's start today's video off with a recent training update from current reigning Mr. Olympia Samson Dauda. This was taken at 3 weeks out from the upcoming Arnold Classic. And Samson said in the caption of this post, "If you ain't dying inside, you're not trying." So I would assume that Samson is pushing very hard ahead of this show. And based off all of the updates I've seen recently, Samson looks like an absolute monster, but also all signs point to the current Mr. Olympia being improved at the upcoming Arnold. And as I've said numerous times, very hard to beat a reigning Mr. Olympia when he's improved. That's generally said at the Mr. Olympia, but it applies for this Arnold as well. Now in the next update of the day, while we're on the topic of the Arnold Classic, we have a recent training update from the man himself, Andrew Jacked. Not sure exactly what happened over the past 2 weeks, but Andrew's conditioning looks a lot better, also looks to be a lot drier. And it's possible that Andrew versus Samson is the top two with this show. I would say that most of us are leaning towards Samson versus Derek. But I'm excited to see what Andrew is going to bring. We've seen little to no updates of Andrew this entire prep. But I remember following the Mr. Olympia, Psycho Lewis said they brought Andrew in big for the Mr. Olympia when they should have brought him in more conditioned, and they are not going to make that mistake again. Andrew is staying very covered up, so I hope that he does bring a surprise. Historically, Andrew actually performs very well at the Arnold Classic. He has struggled at the Mr. Olympia a bit. But let me know in the comment section below what are your expectations for Andrew. And next up, we have a recent quad update from Carlos Thomas Jr. I believe he actually got some massage work done. Looks like separation is definitely deeper on the right. Carlos is still the biggest wild card going into this upcoming Arnold Classic. Of course, we're all going to respect the veterans. A top 5 or a top 6 would be a win. But we all know that this guy has a physique that's capable of doing better than just a top 5. Now next up, we have a recent physique update from the Conqueror William Bonac, and I was actually very impressed by this shot. The ab and thigh is William's weakest shot, I'm pretty sure, and he actually looks pretty good here, pretty sharp. Again, Bonac is not the bodybuilder he was a few years ago, but working with Boss of Outlaw, Bonac peaks perfectly. And I say this every time, but if guys come in off, William Bonac is gonna be the guy to beat them. Really like what I'm seeing from him in this update, and don't count him out as far as the top 6 goes. Now next up, we have a recent physique update from none other than the mutant Nick Walker, who is sitting at about 299 pounds right now. And of course, weight doesn't really matter, guys, but if a guy puts his weight in the comment section, I'm just gonna let you guys know how much he weighs. I've been seeing a bunch of comments saying his weight doesn't matter, and I'm aware of that. But I personally think that Nick is holding this weight pretty well, and based off everything I'm seeing, as long as prep goes well, it's quite possible we can see the biggest and leanest Nick Walker we've ever seen. But we have so many aesthetic guys that also have mass, no telling how Nick Walker's best is going to stack up today. Now in the next update of the day, we have some recent physique updates from Nathan DeAsha, and Nathan has put on some serious mass this offseason. That's noticeable here, even though he is in that magic mirror, but also a few videos ago, I posted an update of him and Rubiel, and he actually looked pretty big next to Rubiel. I'm excited to see what Nathan is going to bring to the stage this season. I heard a rumor he was doing Pittsburgh, but we're about 12 weeks out. I don't think Nathan is in prep yet, so maybe Dubai. Now next up, we do have a physique update from Brandon Curry. I know this is an older one, guys, but I did not cover this one. Wanted to make sure I got to it. Of course, Brandon will be competing in this upcoming Arnold Classic. Now this is not a very good update of Brandon. It's possible the camera angle is a little bit low, making his upper body look a bit flat, but at face value, not a very good update of Brandon. But I'll say this. I'm 100% positive that he will look nothing like this on the Arnold Classic stage. This update was put out and it's probably just to throw people off. Pretty sure Brandon looks a lot better than this. And even if we look at the updates of him in the gym, he looks a lot bigger. So I wouldn't worry about this side chest update too much. And switching over to Classic Physique, we have a recent physique update from Mike Sommerfeld ahead of the Arnold. Now, Mike said he was done posting updates, so it's possible this update is slightly older, but looking at conditioning, could be recent. Looking at all of the guys in classic physique, even Terrence Ruffin, who we will talk about in a little minute, I still believe that Mike is the most complete. As many updates as he's posting, this guy is very, very confident in his look. Again, he knows that Classic Physique Olympia title is wide open, and the Arnold Classic win would just make him even more confident. Still like everything I'm seeing from Mike, and I think he is the overwhelming favorite to win. Now switch over to Michael DaBoul. In the caption of this post, something I've actually been saying a lot, he said everyone is saying the Arnold is a two-man show, but he said who placed 7th at the O and who placed 8th. Michael DaBoul just beat Wesley Vissers not too long ago, and he's looking ridiculous going into this upcoming Arnold. Mike is just a little bit slim in the side shots, but from the front, from the back, and his conditioning, this guy's lights out. I really hope he does come in and shake some things up, but Wesley looks great right now. Now, speaking of Terrence Ruffin, he actually did post up an update recently looking very impressive. Terrence said he gained about 30, maybe even 35 pounds from his last competition. I'm expecting Terrence to retain at least 7 to 10 pounds of that, but some of you guys think that's a little bit too high. Terrence does look very impressive, and again, him adding muscle, getting closer to that weight cap should make him more competitive, but I'm calling it early. As I said, Mike is still the most complete in the division. But let's go ahead and wrap up today's video here with the archive of the day. You guys let me know in the comment section below who is this legendary bodybuilder. And as always, I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video, and if you have not done so already, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And I know there is a couple of updates I missed that were posted over the past week, guys. I got to the ones that I felt were the most important. Currently working 7 days a week right now, so bear with me as far as my upload schedule goes, but I will never ever be late for a bodybuilding show. We're only a couple of weeks out from the Arnold, and I cannot wait. I'm Krishan from Go Fitness, and that is it. I'm out.